This is real comic book talk. Woo! You know what you're here for. You're here
keeping it real. Keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah, no, it ain't going wrong today. We're gonna keep it all the way.
I was watching how
it's about to be right. It's all the way right. You know what you're here for. That review of the Eternals. Marvel's latest movie. You know what we're here to do. We're here to tell y'all the truth because we're real comic book talk. Now, this movie is controversial before it ever came out. But we're going to clarify all that. We're going to clear all of that up, and we are going to talk about how this thing is it's good and bad and all over the place. So Eternals follows the story of immortal beings that are sent to Earth to fight a bunch of creatures called the Deviants and wait for pretty much an event to occur or not occur. You find out in the movie, and we'll talk about that too. So let's get right to what you didn't like about the movie, because that's what
you want to go right to negative.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Let's get that out the way real quick and everything. You know, so because people are here to hear that and everything. So you know what was bad about it was too long. It was way longer than it should have been because they were stretching stuff out and had scenes up in there. They had filler scenes in there that should not have been in there, and yeah, that made the movie way too long and everything. And it was because that was and that was mostly flashbacks. Like each character had a flashback scene, and there's 10 characters, so you can just imagine. Like wow. That's the only negative I had. That and we both agreed the Deviants were just like.
This one steal my thunder? Okay.
I said we both agreed the Deviants were bad and everything. But you go ahead. You can let people know.
The Deviants thing, unnecessary. That's a con. I mean, like the entire plot of the Deviants was unnecessary. They were unnecessary, and it felt like they were only in there because in the comics, Eternals fight the Deviants. Like that's the reason why. We gotta have that in there. Even though, to be honest with you,
the main villain.
You didn't have to. It didn't have to be there for that. You could have had the Eternals come here and just still with the same line. Well, not the same line, but a version of line. Like, look, you need to help. They're falling behind. Humanity's falling behind. You have to help push them along. You speed their process up, and then you do it gradually from there, and have them work back. And then same with the Civil War. Like I think they're progressing up. We're ready to leave. They're like, nah. They said we're not ready to leave, and next thing you know. Yeah, they found out the truth from Ajax, and bada bing, bada boom. And then you have the same fight where Icarus is going behind, like, no, I'm not going to let this happen, and this Celestial needs to be born, and, what's his name? What is his name? I have my notes on my phone. No. Kingo. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Kingo was like, yeah, I'm with him, but I ain't going to fight you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm out here. See you later. Yeah. I'm having a great life.
Yes,
because he knows not. Oh, that's in the pro. But right now in the cons, I mean the whole Deviant thing was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary, but necessary because it's a superhero movie, and superheroes have to fight somebody and to be able to show their full powers. Like we understand why they're in there, but at the end, because once the big reveal was revealed, you were like. Were they necessary?
And then, they kept trying to. They weren't trying to. They kept evolving the big Deviant. Did they even give him a name? They didn't give him. But he was like the one that killed Ajax, took his power, gave a little bit of it to everybody else.
Yeah, see, that didn't get explained either.
It didn't get explained.
None of that got explained.
But also, it wasn't necessary because they kept building there like, oh yeah, he's getting more powerful. What's going on? And he had really nothing. If all else fails, and I completely lean it. If everybody would have just took a second to think, they needed that Deviant out because he wanted to survive just like they did. Well, they wanted the world to survive.
No.
Nah, I'm serious. Because think about it. He's like, we just want to survive. Right? Those were words he used out of his mouth. That was in the script. Mm-hmm. We just want to survive. Mm-hmm. And the Celestial's coming. We need to stop him so we can survive. Y'all want to stop him to save the planet? We want to stop so we can survive. We come together for now to stop that, and then afterwards we go back to doing what we got to do.
Yeah, but he had a single-minded goal. He wasn't ready to talk. It was more like, I'm ready to fight and steal y'all power. y'all been against us for years. So, you know, nah.
But he knew the truth, and yet he still wanted to go to fight. Like, bro, you know the truth. You know they not the problem right now. Yeah, it's a much bigger problem.
Nah, it didn't matter.
Stop them or stop Celestial from living.
Didn't matter. That's why he attacked Icarus as opposed to going
and
after
the. I think after all that power, he was easily killed.
After going after, was he easily killed? I mean, she kind of. We don't know how powerful her weapons are. I mean, she chopped.
She had the same powers the entire time, so easily killed.
But she's been killing deviants her whole life, so they all have the same weapons. So I mean, those weapons are some deviant killing weapons.
I'm not saying. All right, new phrase. He's easy to kill for Eternal. He didn't get any harder for the Eternals to kill him. At the end. Okay. Now, me and you were fighting him, and it wouldn't be easy. Okay? We're talking about who was fighting him. Because she didn't get any more powerful throughout the movie. He did, and she took him out single-handedly.
Well, he was just more or less using their powers and everything.
Right, but what I'm saying, like normally in a superhero movie, right?
You chop the head off of him, there ain't no more head.
Fine, but what I'm saying, normally in a superhero fight, in a superhero movie, when a villain gets more powerful, it's hard for the hero to come. And if you're in a group setting, the thing is to get him more powerful where the entire group has to come together and take him down. He got all that power, way more powerful than any other deviant they ever had, and still one Eternal was able to take him out single-handedly.
It was a death blow, though.
I don't care what kind of blow it was. It was still an easy fight.
Was it?
That's why I said, brother. Imagine in Batman v Superman at the end of Doomsday.
I don't want to.
It was just simply somebody just coming out there and taking them one-on-one. Like, there's no need for that. Everybody else.
It did.
It did not.
Wonder Woman took him one-on-one.
She got smacked around just like he did. Everybody else got smacked around a little bit.
She didn't really get smacked around. She was holding her own for a while. She just got pushed.
The way she tumbled across that ground.
And she smiled.
And still
smiled.
Of course, she's Wonder Woman. But
yeah. She was like, oh, this is what I have done. This is about 100 years.
Did they not take him out as a team, though? They did. I know for a fact they did. I watched the movie.
But back to Eternals. Let's talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about the pros. The pros were the actors and the characters were portrayed great. There was a great portrayal of each character. No ifs or buts about it. I like how each character got to show their abilities and their powers. I think they all had just enough screen time. The fights were awesome. Like Marvel standard fights. Like they don't hold back on majority of their movies.
And they were using power like it was nothing. Icarus was just laser beam and everything.
That's his go-to. That's his power right there. You know, I mean, the man's like.
And he looked so smooth flying though, like it was not.
He did. It was interesting because they kept mentioning DC up in there, and it was like, okay, so DC does exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least in comic books.
They mentioned Superman, and everybody like, oh my god, like we've seen this several times throughout the course of all. I don't understand why y'all making such a big deal. It's a problem I have.
It's funny. It was funny.
They make a big deal of everything. Like, oh, he said Superman name.
He doesn't have a cape. He doesn't have a cape though.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, that's the good thing about this. And the end credit scene was great. And that's about all I got for me, yo. That's all for the pros for me.
The pro album.
Oh, and the twist. I like the twist. I like it. I like the big twist that they were like, yeah. You guys aren't here for what you guys think, and you aren't what you think you are. You're basically robots. I created you. I was like, okay, I like that. Then people pick sides, or didn't pick sides. I was like, I like that too. Those were the good parts for me. Good characters, good actors, great fight, good twist.
So all them standard Marvel stuff, except for the end part.
Yeah.
And standard Marvel stuff.
The standard Marvel stuff came too. That's why I believe this was no different from any other Marvel movie.
Okay.
Despite what everybody else says, it might have been filmed differently and the look was like a little different, but it still had the same theme, this same essence of a Marvel movie for me. Minus the little 5-second sex scene which they added in there, which was not necessary. Which was like, what are y'all doing? What is this? Yeah, that don't work for us. Yeah, don't ever do that again.
All right, so pros for me, I have the action scenes were fantastic, but Kingo, he's my pro. See the stuff Daniel says about like the actors doing a great job. So like, I'm not counting none of that as a pro. That is a requirement in a movie. Okay,
it is, but it doesn't always work out though.
So then when it don't work out, then it's a con. When it works out, it's a requirement that I have good actors doing the scenes well in a movie. That's a requirement for any movie. Like if I was drafting a quarterback, the quarterback position is to throw the out route, the in route, the breaking ball, the deep ball. That's a requirement. All right, all the other special stuff with the running the legs and throwing it with no look back, that's the special stuff. That's a pro. All other stuff is just requirements. These are baseline traits. So baseline trait in a movie, good actors, action scenes, story makes sense. Okay, in a Marvel, that's the standard. You're not getting extra credit for that.
It's true, but
you're not getting credit. Now, when somebody stands out like my man Kango did, then that's because he is me. He exactly what I would have done.
Wait, what?
If I was him in that entire situation.
You probably would have.
I would have did this. I would have followed him to the T. I would have been telling the jokes. I would have been making the movies, getting money.
You're living his best life.
You know what I'm saying? I would have had a camera guy follow me, cutting stuff.
None of that depressing stuff.
And then when it came into the end, I was like, I'm with him. I ain't gonna fight you though. I see y'all in the world. And keep it moving just like that. That's me. I'm Kango. That's my guy. Everybody else is
they were just
and
they were who they were.
It was nothing special. And like, did Icarus just kill himself?
Yeah.
That just seemed...
He followed his name to the T. Flew too close to the sun.
Yeah, that just seemed like it was a stupid thing to do.
I mean, but he was that kind of guy. He was all in. He was an all-in kind of guy.
Yeah, you're all in, then you go to the next mission on the next planet to do it.
There was no next mission or next planet. Once he found out the truth and he found out that this is what we do every time and our memories get deleted, he saw no reason for him to be alive anymore. There's no mission. There's no mission. There's no longer a mission once you know the truth.
If your mind is white, then you don't know the truth and you keep moving on day by day.
But his mind wasn't going to be wiped anymore, and he wasn't going to allow his mind to be wiped. That's why he killed himself. I'm not going to allow y'all to wipe my mind when I know the truth now. No. And after what I did, and I know I killed our leader Ajax, I sent her to her death. No. He was like, no, I got to kill myself. I got to go.
Yeah, I don't believe the best outside of Kango, the Celestial. Well, this Celestial, it was only Arishin. But yeah, he showed up. At first, I didn't like because they were just way too close to me. I understand he could be any size and he's usually giant, and they just had him like way too close. Like all I saw was like I wouldn't really call it his nose, but like the middle of his face.
Yep.
But when they pulled back, I was like, yeah, this is it. But the best time he showed up is at the end. Oh my gosh.
Galactic style.
He just showed up and he bought those three remaining Celestials. Because, Sprite, she got turned to a regular human.
Mm-hmm.
The Icarus was dead. And the other ones left the planet. And what's the fat one? Hold on. Fastos. He was dead.
No, Gilgamesh was
dead. Gilgamesh was dead. Ajax was dead. They took the three remaining on Earth.
Which was Fastos.
And he said, he hit the best line. He said, you saved this planet. You stop the birth of Celestial to save this planet. I will allow to survive. I will scan your memories wide in return for judgment. It was gone. I was like, holy shit.
You really remember that scene.
That was the best part of the entire movie.
What?
That was the best part of the entire movie.
The best part of the movie was whenever Kingo showed up. Because he brought
that was until that happened. Until that happened, I was like, yeah, Kango is on. He's on point. He's keeping me involved. He's keeping me from falling asleep.
Yeah. Yes.
He's keeping me from falling asleep. But then then Ajax, the judge showed up, and I was like, yeah, I like that. I like that at the end. And then the end credit scenes. Oh my. Well, that first end credit scene. Well, we can talk about that. That's actually the next subject. You ready to go into it?
Go. Right, you already went into it.
End credit scene. The first one was the standard Marvel joint. I mean, like, just flat out standard Marvel. Like, it was, I guess it was something special. Nah, it wasn't. It was something interesting, but it wasn't something special. It was something interesting. And then that was it. Like, Oh yeah, well, because they what's his name? I don't know what his thing is called. Eros's, I don't want to say servant. I don't know what he's called. Bump it. Eros thing showed up, teleported. Like, man, I can't teleport drunk anymore. They gave a whole intro to Eros.
Real intro up in there.
He gave him a whole intro, and Eros was like Thanos' brother. I was in the theater. They were like, Thanos' brother. You could tell who was an MCU fan, and who was just like a real Marvel fan. Because all the real Marvel fans like, oh, and then all the other ones was like, Thanos' brother? He has a brother? I swear to God, it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It reminded me of when when Thanos, they showed Thanos' face after Avengers ended,
and people knew,
and then you just heard people like, "Who is that?" And everybody else was like, "Oh, they went all in."
I told you. Remember I called you on the phone and I told you like, yeah, you see the end credit scene, it's gonna be just like that. After people was on their phone trying to figure out who Thanos' brother are, and the other half would just talking about it.
Like, yo, that's it right there.
Heroes who
smooth as smooth criminal right there.
They took it. Marvel taking another D-list character because Heroes doesn't matter, and he doesn't. Best thing he had is he accidentally used his powers to make girls have sex with him, and She-Hulk was a lawyer, and he did it on the She-Hulk too. So that was the best. That's like the most interesting. Yeah, and he friends with the first Captain Marvel, and then the second end credit scene though, that's when it gave me goosebumps. What's his name? Black Knight.
Dane Whitman.
He was about to touch a sword. He pulled back like whoo. And he put his hand to the sword, then it started moving and everything. Yeah. And then you hear Blade's voice come out of nowhere. You sure you want to do that, Mr. Whitman? No! And it jumps screen. I'm like, oh, there it is. There it is, baby.
We're ready, people.
Woo!
We're ready.
That saved the movie. That end credit scene and Erickson and drugs saved the movie. It saved the movie. And everything else was
Folks want to hear your rating off of that.
All right, before I get the rating, I will say this: it doesn't deserve the 48% it got on Rotten Tomatoes. I've seen movies that are 40%. This ain't it. I've seen some terrible movies.
40 or 50, whatever the heck.
It's 48% right now.
Woo, as
the day we recording this on Sunday in the middle of a Braves game that I'm not watching, to bring this to you, it is at a 48%. With that being said, it should be about a 6. This is about a 6 out of 10.
Based on
might go 5.5. I'm going 6.
Based on all the controversy and the talk and the critics' reviews and everything else, about this movie, this might be one of the most subjective Marvel movies yet. Especially with the director that they have, who just recently won an award and everything for a previous movie she directed and everything.
2 Oscars, right?
Yeah, like Chloe Zhao is like she's at the top of her game right now, and it just so happens that she happened to do a Marvel one right after. And so she get high praise, and then when everybody watches it, they come in already with their mind set on something, expecting to see something. But it was still a regular Marvel movie for me, despite all this other talk and hoopla. No, it doesn't deserve below a 50% where it's at now.
It's at 48%.
It doesn't deserve that, but it was still average. So for me, it's like a 6.5 at the best.
No, it's 6 at the very best.
Yeah,
6 at the best.
Yeah, like if you're a diehard Marvel fan, yeah, go see it. That goes without saying. But
everybody else, you can bootleg it.
Everybody else, you could probably wait on this one because it still doesn't even show that much connection to the rest of the MCU. It might happen later on, but right now,
I think this is starting. It's not going to be part of the Earth MCU. The MCU that takes place on Earth. They're going to be heading more out to space. And MCU is about to start going to the horror division.
They're Captain Marvel in this one.
Yeah, so they're about to go in the horror division.
Just like how Captain Marvel went to space at the end of her movie, they all went to space at the end of this one too. So it's going to be somehow somebody in space, Guardians of the Galaxy, or somebody else has to intertwine with them. It's probably going to be the Guardians.
But the second end scene, that's going to start the horror division. They're actually making Wolfman.
Are they?
Yeah,
I'm telling you. I don't know anything about this. This is news to me.
I'm telling you.
Crazy.
Not It's not brand new. If you watch other stuff, anyway, there's any of that. They're moving into the horror division.
Okay.
Of the Marvel MCU. So that's what Blade.
Morbius is that kind of thing.
Right, Morbius. Well, you know, Morbius was Sony though, but still.
Yeah, but
you know,
all that family.
Yeah, all that generation. Wolf by Night, Moon Knight is probably going to be put rid of that.
Moon Knight for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, they're moving into horror
with his violent self, and then I guess they're going good old Black Knight. Oh, Dane Whitman's going to be a part of that. They're going to drive him in there. All right. So your score again for the people?
6.
Solid 6.
Not a solid 6.
Whatever.
It's a wavering 6. It's a
wavering for you? It's a solid 6 for me. Solid.
Like I gotta keep remembering Aaron should have judged in that last 6. I gotta keep remembering.
Then it might be a 50% for you. Then it might have deserved his rotten score and everything. If it was wavering for me, it's a solid 6. It's a solid 6.
If it's a solid 6 for you,
it's a solid 6.
I know it's a 5 for me.
Solid 6 right there. There you go. You guys let us know how y'all felt about the movie. Let us know who your favorite character was throughout the whole thing. You can obviously tell both of us were Kingo fans and everything because he was like the full character. He was a full.
He was the movie.
He was a full character and everything. Everybody else was so one-sided, which is probably what brought it down and everything. The actors did such a good job of being that character and everything that it was just like, okay.
That's requirement.
That's what I get. That's what I get. All right, then I can't expect anything else. All right, then that's fine. Because in my opinion, it was Kingo, and then the next best character was Makari, and then Gilgamesh, I guess, and then Thena. That's how it went for me. And then everybody else was so boring.
It was Kingo and everybody else for me.
Yeah, and then everybody else was so boring. It was just like, all right, I guess so and everything. You know, with 10 characters and everything, I guess they all had to have completely different personalities, which it really did show throughout that movie and everything. It showed each character's kind of personality they were and everything, and the kind of person they were, especially with the different powers they had and everything, skill set. So, you know, I think that's what the Celestials were definitely going for, which worked out in its favor in the end anyway. So, let us know who your favorite character was. If you feel like telling us why, by all means, definitely tell us why. Give us your score of the movie, because everybody's got an opinion on this one. It is all over the place. Even though the fans have it ranked higher than the critics, but that's
barely. I mean, they got
no, ain't a barely. It's high. It's high. It's a B. It's like it's a B.
It's a B cinema score, which is the same as Batman v Superman.
Yeah, you keep bringing up that.
I'm just telling.
You keep bringing.
I'm letting you know. I'm making comparisons. What I do. Everybody likes the comparisons, and since everybody wants to, this and that, and nobody can just enjoy stuff all by its individual stuff. So y'all want to make a comparison? Here we go. Audience score for Batman vs Superman was a B. So was Eternals. Y'all figure it out.
Why are you bringing it?
Y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
Stupid movie.
Let us know in the comments section. Let us know and everything. Is the movie worth going to see? If you're a diehard MCU fan, by all means, yes. If you're a regular old comic book movie fan or a regular old movie watcher, you can wait on this one. You can wait. Thanks for watching our review. And until next time, we're out, people.
Deuces.
Yeah. We in the club, we party. We in the club, we party. Yeah. How much ice you got? I don't know.
Get it, Alice, man.
I cannot miss like I am the ace. Electrocute you, then I leave you with aftershock. Getting angry, then I turn her incredible hog. Buy it in bulk, chop it down like you one of them stars. Take a girl, then I turn her into Shaw from Xenoblade.